Mic check, mic check. Test, 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 test,
This is fine, as far
Okay,
as go.
it's time for me to continue and hopefully finish this. So, I think when I last left off, I tried to run pit. That didn't quite go so well. I tried to upgrade my gear a little bit, and I still don't quite think it's at the point where I would say that I can comfortably handle pit 55. I can upgrade my stuff in any number of ways. I could try to like level another glyph. I can add another. I actually, yeah, this was supposed to be it. I was supposed to get exploit weakness. That was going to be the easiest option. But there's actually one other one that I was a little bit curious about. I was actually wondering whether or not it might be worthwhile to switch from star shards to uh Azarath. Actually, do I have an Azarath? I do have like I have an Azarath, but it's not a 750. I could try to hunt for a 750. Do I have the boss mats for it? Here, let me check. I only have the lesser boss mats and not very many of them. So, wait a second. I just realized something. I'm supposed to have some boss mats here. Okay, maybe it's not. It's a little far off. But okay, Greater Cutthroat Cache. Dagger. Hmm. Yeah, if only it were Azarath. Alright, either way, condemnation. Yeah, too bad really. This doesn't help me because I'm not using basic skills. I would want to check the, well, I'll stick with this for now. But later, maybe, if assuming I can do it, like I can actually clear this, I would want to see if my Azarath might be worth switching over to. Because right now, yeah, okay. Yeah, because right now my current weapon is okay, but I want to actually see if Azarath might be a better option for clear speeds. That was supposed to be one available option. Okay, this isn't too bad. I think all I did since the last run was get myself an extra glyph, really. That was it. Hmm. Supposed to be drinking my potion, too. I don't really get unstoppable that often. Vulnerable. Where else can I get vulnerable? I have vulnerable on my... I think I got rid of vulnerable, didn't I? Or, yeah, I got rid of vulnerable. Because I have, like, other sources of vulnerable. Yeah, I don't do enough damage at all. Actually do not do enough damage. Hmm. There needs to be a better way to go about doing this. Yeah, throwing on exploit weakness. Well, there's a few ways. So I think I mentioned before. How long? 17 minutes. Okay. I mentioned before that I'm a little reluctant to rely on these just because. Yeah, see, I don't even have the materials for it, and it's actually quite expensive. 15,000 for emerald, 15,000 emerald fragments to make one of these. I could convert other fragments for emeralds and make it. I could, but then there's the issue of if this is a fresh character, like I wouldn't have access to all those recipes. So I'm usually pretty reluctant. I am usually very reluctant to try and rely on that to get the material or to get the damage that I need. I'd rather burn Paragon points because yeah, you can kind of like work towards that a lot more easily. Because then all you need to do is run pits and you'd have better glyphs too. Yeah, whereas with the recipe, you never know what other... Never how long that might take. Take forever, for all you know. But at some point, something's got to give. It's either the items. It's like, I think my powers are not... You're not really going to get more damage out of my powers here. Let me just check something. So, Fortify, Fractured Core, Unstoppable. Hmm. Maybe I'll just do a pillar. I think that's what I was tempted to do. Run a pillar. Because it's too annoying to have to maintain Dance of Knives otherwise. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Mana Blast. Disintegrate. You can also do Disintegrate. Max out Disintegrate and see if that's any good. It's the other option. Hola, Vico Gama, welcome to the stream. Hola, pode mostrar sua build? Can I see your build? Yeah, sure, of course. I'm gonna... I'll show it to you after this run is done. Let me just finish the run. ¿Cómo estás? I think that's all I really know for Spanish here. And then after that, I should point out, I'm going to be doing a video later on where I kind of go over all my gear if you are interested in that. So this is like pit 10 though. Like, I still haven't re-rolled this, huh? So this is what it looks like right now. Got dexterity, cold res, lightning res. Could really use more ranks. You speak Portuguese? Oh, my mistake. Okay, seems I got that wrong, but yeah, are you a Dance of Knives rogue player too? Or what's your whole deal here? Yeah, because right now I'm playing my Dance of Knives rogue and yeah, this is every season I usually like to make Dance of Knives now. Ever since it got released in season 6. Dance of Knives is a lot of fun. But of course there's a lot of um I'm still missing a lot of stuff on this build. Hold on a second. Yeah. So that's basically it for my gear. I can go over it more in depth in the future, but here, like, I'm actually at like pit 55. Like, I'm very close to clearing pit 55. I just need to do a couple more upgrades, and then I'm pretty much done. And then I'm moving on to my next character after that, which is gonna be Curse's Necromancer. But yeah, I have a video that I'm going to be releasing where I kind of talk. You loved my build. I'm going to copy it from my character. Yeah, please do. Hey, listen, Vico, I got two things for you. I have the build planner. Okay, I'm gonna give you the build planner. This might make it a little bit easier for you to. Hold on a second. My thing froze here. Okay, I'll just fetch it over here. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the build planner and I'll pass it over your way. How about that? That way it'll be a little easier for you to follow along. Keep in mind that I have to make some tweaks and adjustments to the build planner. It's not quite finished yet, but when it is, when I finish this character, I'll update the build planner. And I'm also gonna release a video. It sounds like you've been to my channel, like you've been here before. You've been to my channel, and I will be putting up a video for the Dance of Knives build guide summary, where I kind of talk more about how or what like how my build works, I guess, and what you need, what I would recommend, that all that kind of stuff. You get the idea. So when that video comes out, I think it'll be a lot better. Um, Kind of follow along because then I can actually explain in much greater detail. Yeah, yeah, you're very welcome. I figured people would be asking about my build, so I put together the build planner ahead of time. And if you have any other questions, then yeah, just let me know. Okay, I'm just here to help out, I guess. Disintegrate beam. I don't know if you know what. Let's actually try maxing this out. Enemies within the beam are slowed by 50%. 1.2 million as opposed to Astral Pillar. How long does this last for? Over 8 seconds? That's actually a pretty low cooldown. Wow, no wonder everyone uses this. I didn't realize it goes so low. And just imagine, or I can only imagine just what would happen if this Disintegrate Beam just actually disintegrates everything. Like, Astral Pillar can do some damage, but I wonder if this does so much damage it'll delete them now that I've maxed it out. Yeah. So, like I said, if you have any other questions, just let me know. I'll I'll do what I can to answer them as best as I can. Okay, now I put on Disintegrate Beam. No, this is not... Yeah, I don't like this. I actually don't like this. I'm gonna switch it out. A few days ago, I saw your druid builds with pets. Oh! Oh, yeah, okay. My druid build with pet. You mean the companion druid, right? The video that I put out for that. So you know kind of how the gist of how my content works. I try to make a character. I try to get it from 1 to 60, and then I try to get it all the way up to Torment 4, and then that's when I put out the video when it reaches Torment 4. It was very good. Well, thank you. I appreciate it very much. I do try to make sure that if I do make a build, it's not going to be like as good as like all these like crazy theory crafters, but sometimes people are so focused on just running the pit, for example, right? The pit might be the thing that they enjoy doing, and for that, that means that the build that they work on, they're usually going to be doing one build a season, and they might not be as when they put their build together, it might not be there might be a lot of other builds that they end up neglecting, I guess. So that's cool though. I'm glad you are enjoying it, and it's another option besides spraying. What's a what do you mean by spraying? Are you talking about spraying like poison puddles, or are you talking about spraying like Dance of Knives? Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm getting about as much damage as I can. This is like all the damage multipliers I can really muster up right now. If I had the siphoning gizmo power that like that had actually made it into the live season, then I would have loved to run that with like poison, and then I'd have a lot more damage that way. That was my plan for the season, but yeah, no luck there, fortunately. So. I'm glad that this Astral Pillar stays indefinitely, though. Only problem is, doesn't it doesn't mean like it keeps applying vulnerable to nearby monsters, but it doesn't give me myself unstoppable as nearly as often. So I need like a little bit more. Just need a little bit more damage. Like I'm going a bit over the timer here, or the like I'm making better pace here than as compared to before. But even so, I don't think that I can comfortably clear this yet. I need to make another adjustment to my equipment and see if I can get like another damage multiplier. And I also don't know when these daggers splinter out. I don't actually know if how much damage do these really do. They do like they seem to be doing about 2.5 million each. Actually, wait, hold on. Oh, each of my Dance of Knives daggers hits for like 2.5 million. I feel like these are only hitting for 300 million. What if I tried to switch it for another aspect? But I don't know what aspect I would even like. It was supposed to be clandestine aspect. I still don't have clandestine aspect after all this time, do I? Oh, yeah, I'm still missing clandestine. But maybe I can get like cold clip aspect or something. Yeah, I'm gonna head on over and try a couple things here. It's too bad, really. I wanted to finish this in under like 7 hours, but at this rate, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. Like again, I can always just get the like I'm actually really close to the limit, so I could maybe even just throw on uh that one Herodric jewel, and that might get me over.
Be
But I want to
ready.
see if I can find some better option here. All right, single boss training dummy. I don't. This isn't really the best test because what if the boss training dummy I mean, Dance of Knives might not be, or this Star Shards aspect might not be amazing for it, but sure. Why don't I time it, and why don't I see? So, I'm gonna get, I'm gonna pull up this timer here. Okay, so then, uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, I can actually bring it down pretty quickly. Just hold it down. Maybe I shouldn't use Shadow Clone. Shadow Clone might, is a bit troublesome. Okay, hold on. No Shadow Clone. This'll get a little easier for me. Mm, okay. Okay. I gotta redo this. Wait. Actually, why don't I just take this off? Yeah, that's fine. And then I can start it again. It's not bad. It is taking a while for him to go down, but it'll eventually go down. Yeah, I don't have like exploit or anything else either. So it's about 1480. 14 seconds with 80 milliseconds. And then if I switch over, okay, I'm gonna take a bit of a creative liberty on this because it's more important for me to know. I'm gonna take an Azarath from one of my other characters. I'm gonna replace this with it and see if this is any better. Hey, Infinite Axe. It's going okay. I'm just at a bit of a stump right now. I don't want to rank up my weapons or any of my stuff beyond rank 4. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make it so, and I don't want to use Roderick Jewels, so I want to see if there's any adjustments I can make given my current level of power to make it so that my build can handle Pit 55, because I'm actually very close, but I'm not quite there yet, I think. So, here. Oh, shoot, I activated the Shadow Clone. Hold on, I gotta wait for Shadow Clone to wear off. Okay, I'm gonna try this again real quick. Ah. feel like there's quite a difference here. Damage? But maybe it's just me. Yeah, I take it back. It is taking a bit longer than my Dance of Knives even wore off by now. No, I guess this isn't as good. I can try again really quickly just to confirm that, but so far, not impressed. Okay, try one more time. Here we go. Also, oh, my Dance of Knives isn't really... Why is it taking so long to replenish Dance of Knives? Like, I keep running out of charges. This is actually pretty annoying that it's like causing me to run out of charges before I finish this up. You need to keep moving? I was moving though. Didn't you see? I was moving the entire time. Here. See? Look. I'm still moving. I'm moving the whole time, right? See that? Still moving. Still moving. Still moving. And it stopped. So, not a stationary build? Yeah, that looked really stationary to me. I don't know. I did not stop moving for a second. You saw that. I was moving the whole time. Now, I could, like, run circles around and maybe yeah, that would make it better, but it is kind of... It is a pain point for the build as compared to previously when it wasn't like that. Yeah, I don't know. Here. Keep spinning. Still stops. Either way though, that I've tried 3 times and Azarath is just this Azarath is not hitting it. I don't think that it's worth it for me to switch over to um unless it were like a GA Azarath. That would be a pretty well, it doesn't even need to be GA, or actually yeah, GA Azarath might make a pretty massive difference. Let me try that real quick. I'm sure that it will skew things though, but again, this is just for science. Uh-huh. No, it's still not enough. It's still not enough. And then what was the other one that I was tempted to... Oh, I was gonna switch this out for a different aspect. Is what I had in mind. Here. I'm gonna try one more time. I actually probably need to upgrade the roll on this too, but I'll worry about that a little later. That's okay. Um, trained here. Yeah, that is a pretty big amount of damage. No wonder. No wonder I can actually... Oh, there. That was roughly 12 seconds, I think. No wonder I don't run out of charges on Dance and Knives. It's like stronger, at least based off of this. Even stronger than an Azarath. Yeah, Star Shard is actually pretty solid. Maybe stunned or frozen enemies. Freeze pretty often. Maybe that aspect that that gives me like damage to unstoppable, maybe? Subterfuge. Okay. And then I don't really see me getting anything better than that. Knives has a chance to shatter. Increases crit strike damage by 45%. I'm always critting anyway. It's very rare I see any white damage numbers now. So it's Tybalt's. Maybe Tybalt's. But if I run Tybalt's, then I lose out on like a ton of resistances everywhere else. Um 6 out of 6 tempers. Huh. Subterfuge skills. There is a way. There is a way for me to make it to get more damage out of my pants. I would replace the cold and or the resistances here. Like here my chest armor. I got subterfuge skills and dodge chance. I could roll off subterfuge. I could roll off dodge chance to get cold and lightning instead, and then put Tybalt's here. Then whenever I become unstoppable, I gain damage from like up to 20% more damage from Tybalt's. That's the other way I could maybe get like a bit of extra damage. That could help send me over. That and the Paragon board. I think it would be prudent for me to do this. There. Okay. It's like Paragon 150 though, but I guess that's fine. Paragon 150, and I got another Paragon node. I mean, I guess it's either that or I would just get rid of this glyph. And to be honest, I think the control might be better. Because my problem here isn't bosses, it's actually against regular monsters. Fighting regular monsters takes forever. That's the real issue here. Okay, this one I have to keep. This one is fine. Increase damage to elites. What if I switched? Okay, maybe I'll switch it up. Might actually switch it up for int. Gonna make a bit of an adjustment here. I need a bit more int, and then I'll have a little bit more generic damage. Okay. Alright, so keep this. I might try to switch it out for a better aspect, though. I'm gonna switch it over for a better aspect. This is what I'm gonna do.
The wilderness is my home, but this will do.
I don't have the right rolls on everything, but that's... Again, I think I'll live. Star shards. Ooh, that's a pretty big difference here.
My magics await your return.
And again, like I mentioned, 1 Tybalt's would be kind of nice. But I think I'm quite a ways out. Like, I could try to farm... Need to run like a Grigwar or two and a Varshan. I think that would let me try one attempt at Duriel. I got Tybalt's. Could work. More damage that way. But then I only get that extra damage. Like, I don't get that extra damage all the time, though. I only get it whenever I activate this pillar, which is not that often. Oh. Didn't even get to activate all my stuff. Hold on, I gotta redo that run. Hey, Hoodie Fits. Love your content, by the way. Oh, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I'm trying to make it as fun as I can. Oh, I'm actually down to like, oh no, I'm down to like 130 Artificer Stones because I was sharing, or I was using Artificer Stones just like, I mean, I've been running content with other people, occasionally, or by myself even, like off stream and all. Oh, hold on, I know the problem here. I didn't actually put on my boss bar. Do you ever play with do you ever play with viewers? I do play with viewers. I was playing... Hey, Lee. There you are. I was wondering when you'd show up. Um, yeah. I mean, I think just 2 streams ago, there were people who wanted to run bosses, so I joined them for running bosses. I think the stream before that, people wanted help with leveling characters 1 to 60, so I leveled, I did a whole bunch of pits. And then Lee, just yesterday, wanted help with his, Lee wanted help with his, character, his rogue that he's, making, so I'm trying to help him with that. Or I'm going to be trying to help him with that a bit later, yeah. So, yeah, I actually do play with people pretty often. But usually I prefer playing with people after I finish my first character. Yeah, this is still a problem. This is actually still a problem. Maybe I will just go get Tybalt's. I think that's the easiest way. If I don't get Tybalt's, well, then I'd also need to get rid of one aspect. And you need to find armor somewhere else. That's the other problem. Right now, running Disobedience. I can clear these, but yeah. Let me go get Tybalt's. I think that with Tybalt's, I should be able to maintain perma unstoppable. Let me just double check Tybalt's real quick. Oh, you got power level today. Oh, okay. That's good. Then that saves me a lot of time. That means that I can just help you run whatever. Like when I'm finished this, I can just help you run whichever bosses you need for that death mask that you're looking for, right? Let me just double check this. I gain increased damage while unstoppable and for 5 seconds after. It doesn't prolong how long I'm unstoppable for, though, is the problem here. What 5 anomaly. Unstoppable. This pillar, 7-second cooldown. That's actually not too bad, but cooldown 5.3 seconds. This thing is unstoppable. Maybe I should. I think I already have a way to apply vulnerable. What if I do this? Yeah, I didn't. I preferred Astral Pillar, but maybe Disintegrate is the way to go after all, because I can actually keep spamming that. But then again, I need to then throw it onto a skill that it would make sense to use it for. Maybe this one. Actually, maybe I should use it with Smoke Grenade. Yeah, that would actually make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? I throw the Smoke Grenade, and I become unstoppable. But then I would need to keep canceling my Dance of Knives. Hmm. Dodge chance, fire resistance.
I can cure what ails you.
Okay, I already have one of those, so I'm not gonna push my luck there. Okay. This is kind of embarrassing, the fact that I'm like just so close. Oh, maybe I need runes. What runes am I running on this build? Do I have any runes? If not, then maybe that's the like maybe that's what I need. Although I'm not exactly Earth and Bulwark, maybe. Earth and Bulwark could be actually quite useful. Okay, managed to pull off the Disintegrate beam there. Running low on charges on Dancing Knives. Hmm. Okay. It's working. To some extent. Anyway, yeah, why is that, Hoodie? Did you want to like, did you want to run something together in particular? I'm guessing you're probably running like a really strong build though. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people this season are running their Hydra Sorcerer, right? So, I wouldn't want you to expect too much from me. I don't think that my build is gonna be able to like carry everybody through like crazy high level pits or anything of that sort. Oh, I completely forgot. I'm actually supposed to. I'm using the wrong mercenary. I should be running Rahir. There. Yeah, if I run Rahir, then I can actually free up something that would allow me to get a little bit of leeway somewhere else. Completely forgot. I was supposed to switch over to Rahir. But even if I do switch over to Rahir, though, like hypothetically, I don't even know, like, would it be this one I get rid of? This one? Put Juggernauts in my helm? Tibbles. Keep getting unstoppable by getting smoke grenade up. I was just wondering, watch you all the time, but only see you play with others when you were playing hardcore at the end of last season. No, that was... Okay, that was a one-off. That whole hardcore thing, it's, that, like, playing hardcore itself was a one-off, and that was something we were having fun with. In terms of softcore, I do play with others when I finish my characters. Like, when I try to do my level 1 to Torment 4 runs, I don't play with others because it defeats the purpose of what my content is supposed to be for in the first place. But when I finish these characters, then I'm actually quite happy to, you know, help other people out. I play my companion druid. I've actually leveled most of my glyphs to 40, like 50 or above, I think, just off of the fact that I've been helping people get their characters to like level 60. So, you know, I also take that time to level some of my glyphs too. And then boss mat farming, like some people need help with that, so I've been assisting there. You've been running a meteor sorcerer and ROA rogue. Oh, nice. Hold on, let me check something. Don't I have like a Starfall coronet? I do have a Starfall coronet, but maybe that's not the. Hold on. Was it last season? It might have been last season. Come to think of it. I remember I had like a 4G. Oh, Godslayer crown. Oh, maybe Godslayer crown would give me more damage. Anyway, whatever. That's not what I'm here for. There was one item I had that was like 4GA, but I don't know if it was this season or last. I think it's this season. I think I remember now. I think it was the source. This one, yeah. Yeah. I have Staff of Endless Rage 4GA, 80% roll. Yeah, this thing right here. This was something I found. I thought that I found a 4GA Starfall Coronet. I was going to toss it your way, but no. I only have this 4GA Staff of Endless Rage. Yeah, it's I think my first and only 4GA I've ever gotten. It's not a bad one either. It's just that, you know, Fireball itself, like most people aren't really playing Fireball, but yeah, if you were playing a Fireball build, I would have absolutely just tossed it your way. Because I presume you probably would not have a Staff of Endless Rage just lying around. Right. So that's an option. Yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe I will have to try and take down Duriel. If I can get like a Godslayer crown, I think that would be either Godslayer crown or Tybalt. Either of those two would be good. And then Unstoppable too. If I had Nurun, but then I would need something to trigger Nurun. Not exactly swimming in options there. Yeah, I already have Invoke Earth and Bulwark. Cast 5 skills, get Earth and Bulwark. It's like my only source of barrier. Skip the stun grenades. I switch this out for conceited. That could work.
The wonders of
Not sure.
Sanctuary at your fingertips. How may I help you?
Yeah. You're working on your Flurry Rogue build. It's very fast. Okay, glad to hear it. So you don't need my help with clearing bosses,
The
is that
magics
correct?
await your return.
Lee? Okay, maybe this adjustment might help. Naroon. Trying to think what else I could adjust. Right, my helm. I think I will go try and see if I can take down. I'm gonna try to take down some of these bosses, try to get some shards here. For some reason, it seems very difficult to find a Godslayer crown and a Tybalt's when I try to gamble with Obels, so. Is Companion still my favorite? Yeah, yeah. Always Companion Druid, man. Companion Druid is pretty much always gonna be my favorite build in the entire game. And I started with it already. You've seen my, I think you saw my build guide video for it, right? Like I actually released one this season. Last season I didn't release one. I was very reluctant because I didn't want to. I don't usually like to do a companion druid video since I don't feel like if I'm gonna do a companion druid, I need to do it justice. That's the way I see it. But in this case, maybe not so much. So I did the companion druid video first already, and I didn't finish that. Ow. It will be good to boss run with you, man. Yeah, yeah, I'm good for boss runs. I just don't have like that many boss mats though. I don't know. That's like, I think that's another thing that is pretty annoying for me. They really gotta rework the way the boss costs work, or like the cost for running bosses works, because right now, like, I feel that there's just so many people who are like loaded up on duped mats, right? Like, I feel like this is one of the reasons I'm very reluctant. I mean, I shouldn't say reluctant to play with others, but it's more I'm very wary of it. Like, let's say I run with other people. What are we gonna run together, right? It's gonna be either pits or infernal hordes, or it's gonna be bossing. A lot of the time, it's bossing. And bossing itself, I don't inherently have a problem with, but sometimes when I try to run bosses with other people, like these are the boss mats that I farmed, right? I've gotten like maybe like a handful of Duriel runs at best, or maybe like 2 or 3 Belial runs. But because there's like duped mats on the market, you got people selling like stacks of like 99 Belial husks. I'm never going to, as a player doesn't really uh who doesn't really have a way of duping those mats, or I mean, like I could trade with other people, but I just don't like doing that personally. There's no way that I can run as many boss mats or run as many bosses with other people. So that's we'll see. You watched all my videos. Ah, well, thanks, City. That's I'm glad that you're enjoying all of my videos. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, what's up, playa? I'm just grinding. I'm actually so close to level, reaching Torment 4 on my Dance of Knives rogue, but I'm just like a little bit of damage short. I've already ranked up all of my gear to rank 4. It hasn't been the perfect rolls again. Just haven't had the best luck when it comes to masterworking. A lot of my gear. Here, let me look at my gear. So this thing, I got GA Dex, but the masterworking rolled dodge chance. This one is not even GA Dex, and it rolled fire resistance. This one's GA Dex, it rolled cold resistance. So there's I'm like missing rolls pretty much everywhere, unfortunately. This is a bit of a problem that I have. But yeah, you got your sword to level Paragon 40. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, that's good, dude. I'm at Paragon 208. I probably could have been, honestly, if I had just sank all my playtime into my companion druid alone, I predict that I could have been like probably Paragon 240 by now, is my guess. Just throwing a random number out there. Because I spend a great deal of time going from the 1 to 60 process. I made it a little quicker this season by making it so that I can use the materials or like the stuff from past seasons, but to be honest, I think I'm just gonna carry over that over for future seasons. It's actually just so annoying to have to like every season be like, okay, well, yeah, will I have access to this? Will I have access to that? I probably for Paragon will kind of incrementally work my way up because I feel like there's a lot of knowledge to be gained there. But for leveling, not so much. I don't really feel like there's anything about leveling that I really gained from gimping myself there. Um, anyway, well, that is not what we're discussing today. So, yeah, that's good though. I'm glad you're Paragon 40. I'm, making the most out of the Paragon points that I have. I have enough to get most of the boards for most of my builds, so I guess that's good. But plenty more room for growth, of course. Tortured Gift of Mysteries. Okay, so there's two chest armors down here. Hit that. Harvest Venus. Most of these just show up. 24 minutes. Okay, let me finish this one first then. I'm just going through this trouble to... I just need like a couple boss mats. I just realized too, I have Lair boss horde key tributes too. I could have just ran that instead. It might actually be quicker. I mean, I can dog walk Torment 2, right? So, or Torment 3 even, so might be okay. Tortured Gift of Boots. I actually need that. Not quite the ones I'm looking for.
Fortunate timing. Let's see who can hunt the most meat.
More Tortured Gifts of Boots. Okay. Caltrops or marksman skill. Every 20 meters I refill a healing potion. Maybe that's the trick. Yeah. Stun grenades. What if I just do this? Where's the Yax rune? Do I not have the rune that allows me to drink like a healing potion? Wow. Okay, I'm actually missing so much stuff. I'm like in maybe I should take it a little bit slower on this. Like I wanted to clear it in under 7 hours, but I just don't think that's gonna happen. Not with the level of power that I'm currently rocking right now. I'll probably go get Godslayer Crown real quick. After Godslayer Crown, I need to pick up some runes. Or maybe not Godslayer Crown. It's either Godslayer Crown or Tybalt's. Either one gives a pretty sizable increase in damage. Your sword doesn't have very good gear, but it still got to Torment 2 using Hydra. Oh, yeah, that's sort of to be expected. Like, Hydra is flavor of the season. Like, it's just so ludicrously strong that, yeah, I'd be amazed if you didn't. If you did have issues getting to Torment 2 on Hydra. Even at Paragon, like, 40, yeah, Paragon is just so strong. It's really, really strong. So, how's your, Hoodie, if you're still around, how's your, how are your builds coming along? Your Dance of Knives Rogue and, or, not Dance of Knives Rogue. Rain of Arrows Rogue and Meteor Sorcerer. How are those going for you? I haven't ever made one, even though Rain of Arrows looks cool. I remember taking an interest in it when I like back in like season 3, but that was well before they added all these like crazy items to the game that makes it Rain of Arrows a lot more playable than in the past, right? Back then you would have to wait all the way until the cooldown comes off, but now you don't have to do that as much anymore, so it's a bit of a relief. Hydra very strong. Yeah, of course it is. It's arguably the strongest build of the season, although there is like a bug that, like for Sorcerer, that allows you to reach infinite damage, so I guess technically speaking, like any Sorcerer build could probably pull that off too. You like my wings? Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah, I decided to get in on this whole transmog vibe because last season I picked up some pretty sick transmogs at the end of the season just because didn't really have much else to do. Collection of gem fragments. All right. Is either that or boots. Actually, I kind of need the gem fragments cache. Do I get... There, Malignant Hearts. I do still get the boss mats out of it, so that's good. Challenging shout skill, taunting enemies, reducing damage taken. Meteor is super fun and powerful, but yeah, no, it is a lot of fun. That much is true. Um, I did want to do like a an overpowered meteor build last season, but I just didn't have the time for it because the season was ending so short. It didn't last very long, right? ROA is still coming along, but it's really fun so far. Well, I'm really glad to hear that, man. That's good. Okay. I'm gonna I have enough boss mats now, right? I have enough boss mats that I can run Varshan. I could probably even take him on T3. Maybe I don't know if I'll be able to take him on T3. I should be able to. I feel like I have enough leeway. I'm gonna go and try to take down Varshan. I'm gonna try to take down um the other guy, and then maybe I can run uh Duriel after that. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, the wings do look pretty good on my guy, Lee Burgess. ROA is still coming along, but it's really fun so far. Is there anything in particular you're looking for on it? Maybe I can see if I have something for you. Really have too much, but maybe I can find a thing or two for you. Oh shoot. I'm out of charges on Dancing Knives, no wonder. I'm close. I can actually take it. I have enough, like, it's a bit of a slow process, but I have enough mobility that I can, do his... Like, he can keep throwing stuff at me, but it's, not gonna be as fast as when I hit him. Okay, eventually he should go into stagger. Just waiting for that. Okay, hold on. Wait for it. Okay, this is all of my damage modifiers put together with healing potion too. Pretty close. I do still want to get that one potion where if I travel 20 meters, I get a healing potion. Because I think if I combo that with... I just don't know what I'd combo that... Oh, you know what? I actually do know what I'd combo that with. I can combo it with Quack's Rune, probably. The one where it drains out all of my resource, maybe? And I get a lot more damage that way, 100%. But that's only for like 1 second, though. Edgemaster is... I don't know. Maybe I need to find something a bit better. I'll take a look. Okay, never played Rogue yet. ROA's Rain of Arrows. Yes, that's right. Oh, I see. Aaron was asking. I just need to level Paragon. I see. Yeah, I was making some good progress on that. All right. I don't usually run it on Torment 3, but there it is. I got an Ahu rune. Ooh. Was not expecting that. And I already have all of these, don't I? I think I have a bunch of these already as it is. It's with this weapon. Rain of Arrows. Wraithing Band of Trickery. Did I get the Shards of Agony? I did get a Stygian Stone. Stygian Stone is okay. I can turn that into a run for the other guy. And I don't really feel like dealing with Grigor on Torment 3. I actually like Varshan is easy enough. There's not really all that many mechanics to keep track of. Varshan with the electric fields might take a while if I run them on Torment 3. That one would be a little bit more troublesome. Same with Duriel. I'm not taking on Duriel Torment 3. That just sounds like it'll take a lot longer than I want it to. So I'm gonna finish this. You just solo him in T3, congrats, man. Thanks. That's really not that big a deal, though. I really just want to finish. That's it. Flurry build is very good this season. I got my rogue to level 60 yesterday, but I'm still grinding for gear. You said that somebody else leveled you from 1 to 60, right? Or did you do that yourself? Because, yeah, I was kind of curious if I were to have started with Flurry. I don't know how well it would have gone. I still think like Dance of Knives is way better just off the, like for leveling, I mean. Just off the fact that Dance of Knives, oh wow, that was a lot quicker than I expected it to be. The thing about Dance of Knives is, it would, like, you don't need any aspects for it. It comes right out of the box and it's great. But Flurry, you actually need some stuff to really make it worthwhile, in my opinion. So, that's my thoughts there. Dark Shroud, casting a core skill, condemnation. All right. Mostly play Barb, Necro, and Druid, Aaron says. Oh yeah, right. That's true. You do play those. Those are your go-tos. Okay, let me fetch all these, or toss all these uniques into my stash, and then I gotta
I can cure what ails you.
transmute these into Shards of Agony. And then I think the Shards of Agony, I just need 1 run of Duriel, and you should give me something I can use. Either, well, yeah, one of the things I'm looking for. Oh, I need 3? And I feel ripped off. They changed the amount that you need to run one of those. Maybe what I'll do is, what if I run... I'm gonna run this real quick. I'll just run all the boss mats I have. I'm sure that I'll get other Stygian stones, and I can just keep converting them into Duriel mats. That'd be nice. Okay, I'm here. Frozen altar. Ah, rune though. Not every day that I get something like that. Just the percent chance. Yeah, it's just unfortunate because I don't need trigger runes. I need the oh shoot. I can't kill him fast enough. Oh. I should have enough speed to dodge most of them, but and I'm also unstoppable for the most part. Oh, there. Okay. Okay, finished a whisper off of that. Hopefully I can get them here. Zek rune. Nurrune might be the only one that I'm really looking for right now. Zach, reduce your ultimate. Ah, this one's not bad. Reduce your active ultimate cooldown by 1 second. That's not terrible, but I don't think it works very well with the healing potions one. Rapid fire, projectiles, fists of fate. Now that would be a fun one. Attack speed, crit strike chance, 65%. Now introduction, increased movement speed. Oh, okay. Penitent Greaves. Penitent Greaves. More damage to chilled enemies. I don't know if that would be better than like ranked Dance of Knives or not. I feel like it would be if it's like a good roll, because it rolls like 12 to 25. A little frustrating, but this is how it goes. Ah, I got a pincushion doll. That's too bad. And then I have 3 attempts at Zir here. And my fingers are crossed that I didn't... Well, my fingers are crossed that I can actually get the mats that I'm looking for from this guy. The Stygian stones. I'm actually pretty close to another set of whispers being completed too, so to figure all that out. I probably could have run this one on Torment 3 too, but you can tell how much I just want to get these boss runs over with. Even if it means I take an L on how much loot I get, I still think it's... Oh, there we go, Stygian Stone, nice. I still think it's worth it for me personally. Pit Fighter's Gull, 45%. Pain Gorgers, yeah, I don't need any of these. I could run a... I'm just gonna drain out the rest of them. I don't care. Urivar Masks. Whispers. I could probably run Urivar too if it comes down to it. Okay, there. Druid very good this season? Oh yeah, Druid's great. Again though, I think that the top dogs are Spiritborn and Sorcerer right now. Amulet, Rogue, Cloaking. At least I got some recipes. Concealment, Reduction, that's good. Core skills, basic skills. Yeah, again, the only thing among these that are potentially helpful are like Fists of Fate. Because then I'd be getting maybe 30% damage boost. Average damage boost. The attack speed roll, well, but even the attack speed and crit strike chance rolls, which are the ones that I care about most, are not really all that good. So I am pretty low on these. I'm gonna try to run one more set of... Oh yeah, I could just run this there. Okay, this should get me to where I need to be. Hmm. Well, like, I don't think I have enough of the reputation rewards either. There's like too much to do. There's actually too much to do for prepping for this. I guess it's fine though, because when I have that build guide, right? I don't know if you guys know, but I put together a build guide for my Dance of Knives Rogue, and on that build guide I actually use Tybalt's. I actually do use Tybalt's and Godslayer Crown, so that's where a lot of my damage is supposed to come from too. I think it might be a bit of a disservice to, like, well, I mean, it's better if my build actually lines up with what I'd recommend rather than there being some discrepancies. So I guess in a way it's a good thing that I'm kind of forced to look for these uniques, but it would have been nice if the build would just be strong enough to handle it without these uniques. Maybe I could. Maybe it actually would be strong enough. I'm not sure. But right now I don't have very high hopes for it. Okay, vulnerable phase. Okay, there. Daze Control. Exquisite Blood. Wow, that's actually quite a bit of Exquisite Blood. Got my Whispers completed. That's really what I was here for to begin with. Don't really... Well, I could keep farming boss mats and all that. And in the first place, maybe I should have just done the Lair Boss Ward keys, because I think those might also have given me some Duriel mats outright. But sure, it's fine, I guess. And Herodic Focus, still not quite there. I'm still like 70k. I've gotten 30k so far this play session, so. Greater collection of chest plates. Cooldown reduction. Okay, deal increased damage. Just gonna salvage this all then. And then get all this, all the rest of this stuff. What's the rest of my gear looking like anyway? Okay, I see. Subterfuge skill.
Quiet here. Mostly.
Still think this aspect is better as long as I don't have that any good runes. I need to make mention of that later, but whatever. Shard of Agony. I think I'll just wait. Did I not? Oh, I did get another one. Another run of Varshan. Okay, yeah. The last one, I mean, I could do it again, and I could clear it in like a minute, but I don't want to. I just want to get this over with, really. Okay, there. Oh, you just gambled with you, and got a GA razor plate. Might have had to make a Thorns build. Yeah, sure. I mean, you've seen most of my content, so I believe you know that I have a video for Thorns Barbarian too, right? So, yeah, if you're looking for that, you can try that. But I think that the go-to Thorns-based build this season is Spiritborn. So, yeah, probably if you're gonna make a, if you want to make yourself like a Thorns build and you want to feel OP, then yeah, Thorns Spiritborn is where it's at. Okay. Flawless. Just get online, nice. Okay. I'm gonna pop this open. And Shard of Agony. Okay. That's good. I already have one of those. Razor Plate is pretty useless. I'm gonna have to sell most of these later, but at least I have 3 Shards of Agony. So I get 1 attempt of Duriel, and I get 1 attempt of Andariel, and I think that I should be able to handle Andariel solo. I might be wrong about this, but like, because Andariel is really just I can't even really call it a skill check. That's just not a way of putting it. It's a very ridiculous fight, but I struggle with it on T3. Definitely on T4 might be a kind of a far stretch, but I could probably take it on T3. That much should be fine. You might try Barb. You never tried a Thorns Barb? Oh, no, Thorns Barb is fun. Thorns Barb feels really good for pushing up to like T3. It's always bosses though that are the problem. But I'll tell you how you need to, I mean, I guess I should have on my Thorns Barb video, I should have emphasized this more. When you're playing through the game with Thorns Barb, I think the first priority is to max out your powers from the, like with Roderick Files. I'm sure you have a bunch, but if you don't have that many, then yeah, just pull them open from the Roderick Strong Rooms, and then whatever your catalyst is, you need to like max that out first. That should be first priority, because that would be like your main way of dealing with bosses. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, because like single target damage on bosses is not very good for Thorns. Thorns is like the opposite of most other builds, or Thorns Barb, I mean. If you have like big packs, you'll destroy everything with Thorns Barb. But then when it comes to single target, it struggles a lot more. And then there's also that one jewel that allows you to spawn like Jewel Guardians too, and that makes it a lot easier. That does make it much easier to like get the more monsters that you can use to spawn, like to actually proc your thorns off of, right? So just a couple of things there I wanted to share. Okay. Now I'm about like well into the 7-hour mark on my run. Thorns is cool, just use taunt and run in. Yep, that's pretty much how it goes. Okay. What did I get this time? Come on. Give me the chest. Scars of Agony.
They were nothing.
Ah, there. Azarath, and of course, none of these are useful for me. Hmm. Well, I got a second attempt with Belial, I hope.
There is no escape.
No. I actually enjoy the Belial fight more than most. They seem pretty reasonable, the mechanics, for the most part. Oh, Ancestral Pants, okay. Hopefully it's Tybalt's. And it's a Tybalt's, and it's a 19% roll too. Unfortunately, the GA rolled on max resource, but I don't really mind that all too much. And I got 3 Betrayer's Husks? Wow. And that's actually kind of nuts. Okay. Well, that should give me the means to handle, I hope, my Torment 4. I'm going to try that in a second. Let's go. Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm just debating, like, Godslayer Crown. Should I gamble for Godslayer Crown? I think I'll just try this and see how well it goes. So if I do this, I put this on. Of course, I'm gonna have to masterwork this. Yeah, I should. I don't think anyone's gonna be looking for this. Oh, what did I get? Damage reduction while unstoppable. All right, that's not bad. My armor stat is pretty low still. I'm gonna need to figure something. Oh, it's because Juggernaut's got pulled off. Okay. I think I can afford to get rid of this aspect. It's nice while like leveling, but I think I have enough crit strike chance that I don't need to rely so heavily on concealment. In fact, I could probably even just get rid of concealment altogether. But anyway, whatever, sure. Now for my chest piece, my lightning and cold resistance are not all that high, so I need to temper this with natural resistance. So I get lightning resistance, that's good. A lot of lightning resistance, in fact. And then the other one that I'm looking for is cold resistance, so...
Where the stars around
Yes.
your neck.
Sapphires. I think this season it would be fair to use these like royal sapphires. At least one of them. Yeah, I feel like it's good enough. And I can also switch over to Rahir. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll switch to Rahir. That should give me some leeway resistance-wise. If I'm missing... Well, how much armor am I missing right now?
Don't think Subo likes me.
I don't think Subo likes anyone. But don't fret. He's wary of anything new.
Okay, fire Rahir. Right. Tried and true. Good old Rahir. Giving me enough resistances to almost cap out. The only thing I need to do is switch over to a potion and then, or actually pop elixirs and incense, and I think that should pretty much round out my resistances. Maybe like give or take a little bit. But that's okay. I'm okay being like a little short on reaching the cap. I do have enough DR anyway that I think that I should be okay. I ran some bosses, so I'm sure that I have at least some little bit of leeway here. I have Betrayer's Husks. Oh, maybe that's what I could do. Maybe I'll actually run a kind of want to burn this on a Godslayer Crown. But if I do Godslayer Crown, I don't know. If I put on Godslayer Crown, I get a lot of damage out of that. Godslayer Crown. Could help pull them all in together. Alright, let's just see how well this goes. If it doesn't go very well, then I can always just switch it. Second, Torment 3. Armor stat is a little lower, but that's where Disobedience comes in. That's the other reason why I don't want to... A little reluctant to switch to Godslayer Crown. It's because Disobedience is what brings me to 1,000 armor. Have I seen the movie Last Samurai with Tom Cruise? No, I have not, actually. Is there something I should know about it? Oh, here. Yeah, okay, my armor stab does reach the cat. Ooh. Ooh, that's looking really good, actually. Okay. Am I out of charges? I'm actually out of charges. That's another problem, too. Why am I out of charges? Is my movement speed good? I think my movement speed is okay. Oh, I haven't actually put on emeralds in my pants, so I could actually boost up my damage even a little higher than what I have right now. But alright. Good. Really nice. Hey, Anthony. What's up, man? Maybe I pull all these guys in together. Dude, that's not like Companion Druid where I can just like pull them all in, and then the more that I pull in, like it doesn't really matter too much. I can just hit them all at once anyway. With my Lightning Wolves, here it throws daggers at every individual target. But at least I know that Star Shards is really useful, though. It doesn't give like direct multiplicative damage, but it does give an extra source of damage, which is not trivial by any means. Oh, shoot. Goes unstoppable. Oh, and I got some extra damage from right here, too, which is good. This should execute it, right? Do I not have execute? Yeah, I need to find some, like, fortify and heal me for percentage of my max life. I think I'd die without that. I think I might need to get rid of fractured core, actually. Either fractured core... Huh. Once per enemy every 5 seconds. Okay, I can try this run without, with the execute instead. Alright. So, what's up with you, Anthony? You've, joined us today. Hope, everything's alright with you. Oh yeah, I gotta double socket this thing. And again, it comes with 0 sockets, so I'm burning through almost all of my remaining scattered prisms.
The stars.
Should be fine. I can always get more scattered prisms later. Ah, invoke petrify skill, stunning enemies and restoring primary resource. You've been working on Factorio speedrun practice. Nice. Dealing damage, knocking down enemies. Earthen bulwark. Granting myself a barrier. I don't really see the barrier up that often though. Okay, hold on a second. Let me switch this back. I'm gonna switch this back over to what I had before. So what did I have before? Cold clip. I mean, everything would be just so much easier if I had clandestine aspect from the like in the first place. It's kind of unfortunate that you can't just fetch it out of a dungeon. At least I don't think you can. Yeah, you actually need to like get it the old-fashioned way. Maybe I can find it through gambling if I'm lucky.
All finished, are you?
Maybe. But I don't really trust my luck that much, and I get Tybalt's, so it's fine. Rackenauts. Don't think I need Rackenauts. Hmm. Synergy, Star Shards, Cold Clip. Kind of wish that these were like higher level too. Increase damage to enemies who are chilled or frozen. Why don't I try this? Sure. I mean, I'm always applying chill. It's only monsters that go unstoppable that are a problem in this regard, but yeah, I'll do Cold Clip. And do I need to adjust anything else? My Tybalts are fine. Flurry is fine. Havre here. Uh, Hold on, 1 second. Okay. Uh, yeah. I'm gonna try again with, well, all this, I guess. And try to see if I have any better luck than in the previous run. I think everything's okay for now. Maybe switch out that Amethyst for a Royal. And yeah, okay.
Stars guide you.
That should be good. Resistance is looking pretty good. 25. Wait, I'm already capped, aren't I? I'm actually capped on everything. I just realized, thanks to Rahir and all these adjustments I've made. It was only Shadow that wasn't. But everything else is great. So I think I'm actually maxed out on resistances. Even with the adjustments they made to make it like 75% would be the maximum now. Previously it was 70%, right? But now I think I even have enough to reach 75%. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna open this up. Hit 55, and then I guess I head on in. Get to test this. Now with Tybalt's. Yeah, this is better than before. Oh, that was the other thing I was supposed to adjust. I was gonna try to see if I can get rid of this fortify aspect in favor of getting the execute. That should help speed up my run too, if I can bring them down to like percentage of their life and all. Out of charges on Dance of Knives. It's not bad. It's I think this is enough to clear it, but just for insurance, I'm gonna try with the execute. If I can clear with execute and have like a little bit of time excess like left over, I think I'm gonna attempt the run. I think this is all I'll need. I think this is the end. All right. Is there anything else I need? The only other adjustment, I mean, I could do plenty of other adjustments, but I think this is enough for now. Okay, let's see if we can get this over with. Yeah, I'm gonna start this. Oh, I need to get rid of this and then replace it with Bloody Charm. This one. Execute effect for non-boss enemies with 20% or less life. And I'm still sitting here on like 7k fortify, but maybe we can drain that all out. I'll let them kill me, maybe. If I let them kill me, then... Or at least make them take out all my fortify. I should do it. Here, hold on. Okay. Yep, there it is. All my fortify is now gone. Yeah, not having any armor is pretty scary. Because I'm relying on disobedience to carry me in terms of armor. Maybe, oh, you know what? I just realized something. Just to make things a bit easier for me, why don't I just do this instead? I'm like a little bit short from reaching the cap, but I think that having a little bit more armor is more valuable, so I don't just die outright.
Greetings.
Okay. Have I died? I did die earlier. Drink a potion. And okay, I'm gonna start this run, and this time I have no fortify, and it's now the execute. I think I should have enough survivability for this. I should have enough survivability. Be very surprised if I didn't. Okay, here. Yeah, all these monsters are chilled, so... There we go. Where's the... I'm actually out of charges once more. There, execute. Execute really does help. No, I feel like this execute is a pretty good choice. Shadow Clone, again, the cooldown on it is pretty low, but I don't really have any better options, and it comes in clutch against bosses. Removed the DR on these two monsters, and I think I should be able to take on all of them here. I think this should be enough. It looks to me like just eyeballing this. I just don't know how long the boss will take, but I still think, still pretty confident I can pull it off. And I don't really need Fortifier. Yeah, I don't really need Fortify. I can actually survive without it this time around, unlike the last time I was here. Now, maybe the DR from my Tybalt's helps too, this case. There. Managed to kill one of them at least. With that execute, that makes 2. Yeah, okay. I have enough damage. I can take it. This is yeah. Look at the timer. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. This is. I'm gonna begin the run in a second. Okay. Are there any other final comments anyone wants to make before I begin my run? Because y'all know the drill. Usually when I go into the run, whoa, damage is really ramping up there. Usually when I go into the run, my official hit 55 run, I mute myself before I start the run. So. Yeah. Looking at anything else I need to adjust. Feel like everything's okay here though. DOK. I'm out of tempers on this, or else movement speed, like flat movement speed, would have been really nice. Out of tempers on this too. I totally could have upgraded these more. There's plenty of other stuff I could have done, but oh well. It is what it is. So good luck. You got this. Hey, thanks, City. I appreciate you, man. All right. That's pretty much it. Everything's repaired. I have my execute. No need for barrier anymore because it's not like I'm lumbering in here with like subpar resistances and armor. Yeah, disobedience aspect is fine. I could. There's one other one I was a little curious about. Nebulous Bruise. Well, Nebulous Bruise is nice, but part of the reason why I like running Nebulous Bruise is to combo it with like a worthwhile aspect like Frost Nova or something. But I mean, if there's no Frost Nova, I mean, I already apply Freeze myself, so the only other option would be something like a Zan rune for crit overpower or something along those lines. But anyway, all right, let me grab one more of these. One more of these, one more of these, and one more of this. Wow, this is the run that probably required the most amount of materials overall, and that's despite the fact that I had even burned through all of the rewards here, but oh well, I don't care. Okay, folks, it's been fun, but I am going to mute myself, and I'm going to begin my run for Pit 55 to unlock Torment 4. So yeah, well, hold on, let me just write one last thing down. So, about to begin this Pit 55 start, and the adjustments I made. Oh, you know what? I should have tried a Pit 50 just to see one last time. But what did I adjust? So, oh yeah, pants become Tybalt's. That's mainly it. Did I adjust anything else? Oh yeah, Astral Pillar on Smoke Grenade. Astral Pillar on Smoke Grenade. Or Disintegrate, actually. Disintegrate is fine. Yeah, I kind of like Disintegrate because I can choose where it goes. And I have the recast anyway. Powers, gloves. Oh yeah, gloves the cold clips. Spec damage, crit strike, chilled. For rogue. Whatever, doesn't matter. Cold clip. I'll put conceded to cold clip. There. Good. Okay. I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna start the run. So, hope you've all enjoyed to this point, and I'll see you all on the other side once I complete this run. And hopefully I can actually kill the boss. But yeah, I think I should be just fine. So, yeah, be right back.
The open road is nice.
Actually, hold on. I just realized there was one thing I completely forgot about. I was actually supposed to, sorry. Let me try to level this up real quick. This glyph isn't active, so I actually have a dead glyph flopping around right now. Unless... Here, let me take a look at... I can just switch it to Devious. Yeah, I'm gonna switch it to Devious, and then I'm gonna begin the run. Alright, cool. That should have me covered. All right.
Thank you. I'll be seeing you.
Dex. Need all this. Just need enough to activate this glyph. That's it. Hmm. Percent. Boss can take 10% more damage. That's good. Okay. Yeah. Thanks again to everyone who's tuned in. I'll be back in a moment.
Greetings. Oh, well done. Hello. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'll be seeing you.
All right. Yeah, I would be lying if I said that I didn't think the run would be so easy. But I think to be fair, there were a number of things that made it a lot easier than it was supposed to be. I think the big one was, I don't know if anyone saw, but at the end of that run, I actually, hold on, let me level this first. Sure. Yeah, I don't know if anyone saw, but at the end I actually got a Blast Wave Shrine. Funny, like the most hilarious timing on that. I picked up the Blast Wave Shrine, I killed 2 packs, and I was gonna use that Blast Wave Shrine all the way to when the boss showed up. But then instead, I killed 2 packs, the boss showed up, and then I went into the chamber and I hit him with 2 Blast Waves. I still would have been fine, I had like 8 minutes left over, but yeah, that took out like a quarter of the boss's life. I could have even taken more off of his health bar, but I was too busy emoting at the start of the run, or at the start of the boss battle. Anyway, in terms of damage, yeah, there was a very big discrepancy between the first time I walked into Pit 55 and, well, now. I think that the big difference was not actually, like, Tybalt's was indeed quite helpful. I'm not going to downplay the usefulness of Tybalt's. There's no question that this was incredibly useful, but I think the biggest issue was that I had taken off Bloody Charm. And because previously I was running, in place of these, I actually had Invigorating Helix to help compensate for the lack of survivability. But since I was able to actually fix up my survivability, get max armor, get resistances, I think I have a couple of sources of DR here and there. I didn't actually need Invigorating Helix now, as compared to like when I first walked in here. Yeah, I needed it because otherwise I would just die outright. So, Invigorating Helix definitely helped, but this was far and away a lot more important, because I realized, like, once I have this, then yeah, it's so much easier to execute monsters. Like, I only need to do 80% of their health and damage, which saves me a pretty substantial amount of time when killing all the regular packs, because the boss battle is one thing. Like, this doesn't help me against the boss, but this helps me against everything else, and it was everything else I was struggling with. So this was the right call. You were wondering what hit him so hard at the beginning? Yeah, that was Blast Wave Shrine. I picked it up and yeah, I picked up Blast Wave Shrine, and again, I wasn't expecting to, like, normally at the start of when I fight the boss, I like to emote a bunch just for fun, right? But then I saw that I had the Blast Wave Shrine, and I was thinking, okay, yeah, I should probably use this since I have it. And I think that in the previous, like, up until that point, I had not found a single shrine. That's the funniest part. I didn't find a shrine anywhere else. I didn't find it on the first floor. I don't even think I found a second shrine on the second floor. So, I had not found a shrine, and that was, well, yeah, it was a good timing on both of those. So, yeah, that's how the pit run. Hey, Lawless, sup, homie? Nothing much. Just reveling in the fact that we we finished another Torment 4 run. This one was with the Dance of Knives Rogue, and well, yeah, we cleared it with like, or I cleared it with like 7 minutes left on the clock, so that was really good. How are you doing, Lawless? Nice, thank you, thank you. Yeah, the next character I'm going to be making is going to be Curse's Necro, but I'll talk about that when it comes time to do the Curse's Necro. But, yeah, just kind of going over the rest of what I was discussing. Yeah, I think that the main thing, like I said, that I adjusted was Tybalt's. I guess this thing I made the defensive aspect, or defensive temper relevant too, but sure, okay, fine, whatever. Imbuement, yeah, so you got like an extra 20% while unstoppable from Tybalt's, and then I also got execute. Nice little execute effect here on monsters with 20% or less life. So, in a way, this isn't exactly a 20% damage multiplier, but it sort of works in that vein. And then I think the other thing I did too was my Paragon board. I put in more points than I typically do to get exploit weakness. I think that's fine. Whatever. It's just something that we need to that I need to accept. The Dance of Knives Rogue requires a bit more Paragon points than some of the other builds I've made, but still, plenty capable of handling Torment 4, or at least reaching Torment 4, with plenty of room for the build to grow. And what a lot of room for this build to grow indeed. I'm going to talk about that in a second, but yeah, exploit weakness, and I think that the other glyph was this one. I think, yeah, walking into this last time, I used this glyph, and well, yeah, I was kind of tempted to switch over to this one instead, Control Glyph. Increased damage to Chilled or 20% damage to Frozen. This would have been a pretty good option too. But I settled for this one because I wasn't actually sure how difficult the boss would be to kill. And of course, I can always get another glyph too. So that's another way to boost the damage. In terms of gear improvements, Specialization Inner Sight is fine, at least for now, with True Sight aspect. That, yeah, that's a lot of damage, right? That's like, yeah, that's a pretty big amount of damage, especially against bosses. But in terms of, yeah, abilities, Paragon points, etc., I think that it's good enough for the most part. I'm sure that there's some tweaks you could make here and there to improve it. That's not really too much of my concern in this particular run. Mercenaries was okay. I had realized at the end of the run that I was still using Variana. I meant to actually switch it out for Naldkin, but whatever. I didn't die, so it's not really a problem. The main thing that I do want to point out in terms of improvements on the character is that a lot of my gear did not have the correct masterworking rolls or the right GAs. Like, look at this bow. Didn't even roll GA decks. So this bow could have gotten GA decks with like I think this one actually had the right masterworking, but yeah, I would have definitely prioritized decks over crit strike damage on the GA. Similar situation here. Got a lot of like life GAs, but no decks. But I did actually roll masterworking on decks, so that was good. Same thing with this one. And then all the rest of my gear. This Pit Fighter's Gull was nice. If I wanted to play like a truly like AFK sort of build, then I would have to replace this with Clandestine aspect. That was still missing, but 45% increased crit strike damage. Can't really argue with that. Similar situation here. It was a nice ring. Got Dex max life. Would have gladly subbed out Lucky Hit Chance for like some attack speed or CSC or something. GA Dex could have used the masterworking roll. Same thing here. Could have used masterworking roll on Dex. So you can see that pretty much none of my equipment got optimal. Like a lot of my gear was either missing optimal GA or it was missing optimal masterworking rolls. So This build could have had a lot more potential to be a lot better. And perhaps most of all, I realized that a lot of my equipment was missing. Trying to find like a good example. This one, yeah. I wanted like subterfuge cooldown reduction. I got dark shroud cooldown reduction instead, and like I could have gone and run infernal hordes to get like scrolls of restoration to actually reset my items to get the correct rolls for the things I was looking for. So, yeah, there is plenty of room for this build to grow. And but despite that, it was still far better than the last season. Last season took me like 16 hours, but I think the combination of the fact that I switched from Shadow to Cold, and the fact that they made the monsters weaker, and possibly that I have like an execute on demand essentially. Though the combination of those three factors are what made this season's run way quicker than last one, even if, well, the raw damage numbers from last season were higher. So, I think that's it. Yeah, Lawless, you said just leveling glyphs currently. Okay, glad to hear it. Also been pit pushing with my druid and necro. Nice. How far have you gotten with your druid and necro? Leveling glyphs currently. Okay, so don't go anywhere. I like anyone who's watching this as a stream. I will be back momentarily. I'm not gonna end my stream just yet. I just wanted to talk to you folks for a bit, but I think this is gonna be it for me on the recording. So anyone who watched this run, I hope you enjoyed it. And I think that we've just barely reached like the 8-hour mark, maybe a little more, or maybe a little less. But 8 hours I think is pretty standard for most of my runs. For Torment 1 to 4. Um, and yeah, I think, funny enough, on this character too, I took the liberty of turning in all my season journey rewards. So I'm actually using and I use a lot of scattered prisms on this run. I don't regret it at all. Just some observations. So yeah, yeah. I mean, despite all that, it still took me like 8 hours. So who knows? I don't know if it might have taken a little longer without all that, but I still think it would have been fine. Anyway, that's it for my run. Look out for the build guide video on the Dance of Knives Rogue very shortly. And yeah, I think that's all I got to say. So next character is going to be Curse's Necro, level 1 to level 60, and then Torment 1 to Torment 4. That pretty much covers it for the Dance of Knives Rogue. Hope you've enjoyed this level 1 to Torment 4 journey. Thanks everyone for watching. Adventure out. Okay, and now the people on stream. So, ooh, let me see what some of you folks are up to. Hey, Lawless. Lawless is you actually overtook me. And I don't know if Gandrig's here. Gandrig was here before, but yeah, I see a lot of people are actually starting to overtake me now. The last few days I haven't been able to play as much as I did last week, but also I think the big issue was that I'm spending a lot more time trying to put together more characters, and I think when I'm playing these other characters, yeah, I'm still in Torment, but I'm not like if I were playing Companion Druid, I'd just be grinding nonstop pits. I think I'd level a lot more quickly that way. So, I could do some. You know what? I think I know what I want to do. I also need to fetch Godslayer crown. I'm just like looking like if I need to put together the build guide. I kind of want to work on the build guide like now though. I'm still here. Hold on a second. Yeah, I can talk to you. Like I don't know if anyone's really still here. I mean, I'm guessing you folks are still here just listening to me. I'm gonna actually put together my. I'm gonna prepare my video for upload. The Dance of Knives, Torment 1 or no Torment 4 Pit 55 clear. I think I'm gonna try and grab that real quick. Then after that, I kind of want to do some. I kind of want to pull open my Whirlwind Barb and kind of show some of the like open up my rewards on stream and kind of show the state of that whirlwind barb. I don't know if anyone cares for it, but I think that companion druid is my like sweaty character for the season, where I'm gonna like pit push, and if people need help specifically, then I can play him. But then I actually really enjoy whirlwind barb as like a for fun, chill speed farmer. I know that I'm going to be like farming on Torment 3, but I'd rather farm on Torment 3 and actually have a lot of fun just dog walking everything and get like slightly less rewards than on Torment 4, where I get a lot like a little bit more rewards, but the monsters are like way tougher to kill. Um and could actually potentially kill me. So let me I think while I'm doing this, yeah, I'll have to like come back to this character and sort him out later, but for the time being, I'm going to switch over to my Whirlwind Barb and see if I can have a little bit of fun with them. Um, oh yeah, Curse's Necro would be next. I'll be honest, I would love to do the Curse's Necro video right now, but unfortunately, I don't have the time to do that today. I will probably have to do it tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, and then I think Friday night. I think okay. So this is kind of the timeline I have in store right now. I have two characters remaining: the rogue. No, wait, the necro and the spiritborn. The necro that I'm planning to make will be tomorrow. I'm gonna do level 1 to 60 tomorrow. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I will do it. And then after I do the necro, I will probably do the Torment 1 to 4 on Friday. And then I'll be working on the build guides for the two characters, Dance of Knives Rogue and the Necro. And then probably I'll work on Spiritborn Sunday and maybe Monday, and I should be done. I think that'll be all 6 characters created. So that's my plan. I need to do the build guides before the weekend, ideally. So that anyone who's trying to play over the weekend who might be interested in making some of these less popular classes maybe can get something out of it. That's what I'm hoping for. Mm, okay. Where's my whirlwind barb? There. And I actually have a lot of rewards that I haven't opened with the whirlwind barb. At this point, I'm actually going to end up farming more resplendent sparks than anything else. But I do still need those runes. I still don't have enough runes on this build. Um, yeah, that's still something I'm trying to figure out. What's the timestamp on this? Okay. Okay. This should be good. And kind of going over my gear. That's that. And export. Nice. Oops. 4 Pitsy 55. Good. And where's my whirlwind barb? Okay, so part of the reason why I wanted to load up my whirlwind barb is because... Oh, by the way, regarding barbarians, I actually kind of want to make like a flay barb. I really do wonder. There's that Jewel, Tyrant Bane. Everyone's playing Hydra, but I wonder if Tyrant Bane is any good. Anyway, yeah, okay, there. I have, now that I'm online, I can actually open these up. I'll start off with, oh, that's apparently quite a bit of stuff, but
Excellent.
Greater Layer Cache. Nice. Amulet, Helm, Aberrant Heart, Betrayer's Husk, Concussion Doll. Bunch of mats there. And hey, Banished Lord's Talisman. Cool. Masterwork and Cache. I probably should have done it before and after. 556. I feel like it's roughly between 5 to 800. Whenever I open one of those caches up. Not plenty of materials. Greater Wastelander Cache. Ooh, unique ring. That's looking pretty good. Probably get more of those as I play this character more and level up. Attack speed, crit strike, damage. This is nice, just not for my build. And then finally the Resplendent Cache, which gives me 1 Resplendent Spark. And a whole bunch of forgot. That is a lot. I did not know that they gave that much, well, that much, but apparently they do. Lots of Shards of Agony, too. I like how even this, okay, I should open this before it, pull this up before it disappears off the ground. Got plenty of elixirs. Okay, I'm gonna salvage all these first, and then I'll look at the well, only the ancestrals. And then that'll give me a much better feel for what I pulled open. Anemia, Fierce Winds. Nice. Get to put this together. And yeah, okay. Just getting a bunch of Mystery Greater archetype caches over and over. I still will need to run more of the strong rooms at some point to get the remaining jewelry recipes, or like Roderick jewels. So yeah, this is my whirlwind barb. Okay. I'm gonna take a look here. Strength gloves. No, Gore's is far and away gonna be better. This isn't terrible. Legendary axe. Here. So I can probably afford to salvage this. I don't tend to be using that, nor this. Bane of Ajaden. It would have been, oh, 8 to Mighty Throw. It would have been so good if this were GA Whirlwind on like Gores instead or something. That would have been so good. Call the Ancients. Feel Grasp. And yeah, this is one that I would also never be using. Ancient's Oath. And Ring of the Ravenous. Huh. Let me actually salvage all the junk that I don't really need here. I don't expect to ever need this one. This... bit of a stretch, but... Poison Res. Yeah. Max life. Salvage this. I don't think I would ever use this either, really. It has 2 dead rolls on it. And maybe even this, too. This is a oh, this is a count bound, so who cares? I'll salvage it. Alright. That's for Barbarian. I do have a lot of Barbarian stuff. I think I even might place. So this is a count bound, too. Rend. Yeah, I wanted to do like a stacking bleed sort of build. Stunning a bleeding enemy deals percentage of their total bleeding amount. Yeah, I wanted to try that. Load up on a whole bunch of bleeds and just start like, because they can infinitely ramp it up with Tyrant Bane, right? So I'm actually sort of curious to see how far that could get, but I never really have much of a focus on. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Uh, this one, Tyrant Bane. I wanted to get like a Tyrant Bane, and because with Tyrant Bane, you deal damage over time to an enemy that take more damage from you forever. So I could actually just keep hitting them again and again with a bleed of some kind. And if I could like, well, yeah, if I had a way to like quickly stack up that bleed, then who knows? Maybe I could hit for like billions or possibly even trillions of damage at some point. But of course, I don't know how long that would take, and I also don't know how much um how much effort that like it takes so much effort to put those sorts of builds together, the ones that are like doing like high pit pushing. That's one of the reasons I don't like doing it. It's in my eyes, it's not a very good use of my time. Like for one pit pushing build that might be able to break like pit, I don't know, let's say 100. I could probably make like a dozen builds that could reach Torment 4. And Torment 4 for the average, well, I want to say for the average player is a lot more. Well, yeah, I feel like most people would rather be doing like Torment 4. Not too many people can be running like pit pushing like crazy. Okay, hold on a second. Hmm. Okay. Okay. And right. I'm gonna get to uploading this video and then I can actually play just a little bit with the Whirlwind Barb. But I also want to work on that video too, though. So I don't think I'm gonna be really playing for that much, like that long. I would like to get a head start on that build guide video, and then that way tomorrow I can just focus mainly on playing my Curse's Necro. Really intrigued by that one. I have a method of leveling that I have not tried before. The only question is whether or not I want to do Vessel of Hatred or if I want to do like Hell Tides. But no, no, no. That's for me to figure out, I guess. Um, hmm, yeah. I don't have any aspects for it either, but might be okay. Right. Uh, almost there, and then I gotta do one last thing, and I'm ready. Okay, I should have asked this since the very beginning. Does anybody need help with anything? Since I'm actually at the end of my run, I'd be quite happy to help if anyone wanted me to run them. Like, if y'all, any of y'all want to make like a new character, and run it like 1 to 60, or if you need help with me, or you need me to help with clearing bosses or something of that sort, then I can assist with whatever things you need. But otherwise, I'm just gonna assume that I can kind of chill and take it easy and just play some, have some fun with my Whirlwind Barb. Yeah, Whirlwind Barb is gonna be my for fun build for the season, I think for sure. I do enjoy playing all the other ones too, all the other characters that I've made. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I was gonna work on Ball Lightning. Hmm. I also need to work on that Lightning or Ball Lightning Sorcerer and Flurry Rogue too, and all that. So there's gonna be a few things that need to happen for sure. I already made my Blizzard Sorcerer videos, so I think um Sorcerer would be next. Hold on a second. I could try to do that while I'm on stream. I might as well. Um, yeah, open some caches, work on Ball Lightning Sorcerer. Yeah, should be fine. Okay, I'll do that then. Ball Lightning Sorcerer. Okay. And it should be done. Ah, good. Now that's over with. I can put together that Ball Lightning Sorcerer too. So might as well do both of these things, and I also need to like sort out my stash. Ah, there's so much stuff to do. I also still have like a bag of opals. I have like a couple bags of opals everywhere. Hmm. Doors, Ariat's bearing. I have 2 unbroken chains. A lot of strength equipment too. Yeah, these are actually some like good items that my barb has available to him. But anyway, okay, I can actually try to work on this ball lightning sorcerer. So let me switch over. I know I keep tiptoeing back and forth, but I've completely forgotten that I was trying to save gameplay for the ball lightning sorcerer that I wanted to make for after I do all uh for when I get on stream. So ball lightning sorcerer. Ball lightning sorcerer. I have a build planner.
As long as we need to.
Ball lightning sorcerer, and I think I have in the armory. I've already done my pit 55 clear and did all this. Okay, so now I'm gonna save this again. And then I'm gonna respec everything. So it's gonna take me a bit, but it should be fine. All right, respec. I think I did one of each of these. One here, 3 in this, and 1 here. 3 glass cannon. Probably want the one that applies vulnerable and amps up my damage. Max both of these out. I don't really run lucky hit, but it's okay. Oh, having a build planner makes this so much easier. I think I'm gonna need to start doing this every season. Since now I don't have the read. Although it did take some time before the season began to prep all this, so. Increase damage to vulnerable enemies. Max this, max this. 1 point here. These all up in the way, and then I get. I think I was trying to run Veer's Mastery. Okay. So this is how my build was looking. I'll get another. I have a bunch of points into potent warding, but what if I put it here instead? Oh, broken paths. I see. That's why I needed it in here. Otherwise, I can't get it to work. Okay, ball lightning, and then I have unstable currents here. So now I need to make like a whole new item set for my new setup. So I'm gonna take all these off for a second and see if there's some better option. Okay, so Okun's Catalyst. That's a. Oh, actually, let me get the Paragon stuff up. Paragon. Totally forgot. I need to set this all up from the ground up. Okay. Again, following the Paragon board, so I don't have to read. Or following my own personal build guide. I think it goes like this. And then... Oh, I run exploit glyph, huh? Why do I have an exploit glyph here? Okay, well, I'm gonna need to do some leveling on that. I'm gonna have to shuffle these around later, but it's fine. Or I have to shuffle my glyphs around later, but this will do for now. And on my Paragon board, I'm running 199 points, but I have more than that, so should be good. Ceaseless Conduit. rotate this over a little bit. Okay. And then I can actually go into the next board. Yeah. Frigid Fate. Frigid Fate. I don't quite have that much. I mean, I don't have enough bonus damage with cold just yet, but I will. That will be just fine. And which glyph? Elementalist on this. So I need to level the rest of my glyphs. Definitely. There. Got that at least. That's good. There. So that's another glyph, or another legendary node. And then this one. Oh, I have mastery skills. I don't know if that really helps. Well, I mean, that is a lot of additive damage for my... Wait, what? Do I not have mastery glyph? Enforcement. Destruction. Yeah, adept. Okay, it was adept glyph. That's why. Yeah, I need to start leveling these glyphs to get them a little bit higher up. Okay, well, I got the special effect on it, but it doesn't by itself do very much for me. What? 2 points over, and then 2 points up. This is okay. Searing Heat is last. Fundamental Release is the one that I try to go for. Oh, maybe a slight adjustment could be made here. Okay. More armor. Down this way, and I guess Fundamental Release is coming up. So Fundamental Release, rotate, 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 I think is how I did it. Yeah, I want to get this. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do for the rest of the night. I'm just going to be trying to get this ball lightning build up off the floor. But after that, I'm probably going to drop the stream and start working on my my build guide for my Dance of Knives Rogue. I don't think that the build guide, like, I don't think I'll be able to finish it today. But I wanted to at least maybe work on the talking about like oh yeah, these are the glyphs that I used, and I basically put together some notes and gathered my thoughts on what I want to say on that video. I think that's mainly it. So I'm gonna be doing that after this is all done, and yeah, that's gonna be my plan. I'm gonna probably level up this glyph. I'll level all my glyphs to 15 at least. And this is the last board. Searing Heat, Destruction. Where's my glyph here? And this is... Oh, this is where I put Destruction Glyph. Okay, that's fine. Probably start pumping up damage on that too. Again, I can make another adjustment. There we go. That should give me a bit more int. And then this goes up this way. There. Okay. Searing Heat. Not bad. 45 per... All of my skills deal increased direct damage equal to 10% of my crit strike damage bonus. So pretty close there. Crit strike damage bonus. So as for this, I could... I'm using 198 Paragon points. I can probably afford to start pumping up some of these. Crit strike damage. There. Lots of extra crit strike damage. And maybe even a point here too. Point here too. Get a lot of extra crit strike damage. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. 209 Paragon points spent. I still have 27 remaining. Alright. So that kind of covers it. Oh, you're still here? Okay. Glad to hear it, Lee. So this is Ball Lightning that I'm working on next. Ball Lightning used to be like a pretty nice fan favorite, especially back when Gravitational Aspect was still the way to go. I mean, Gravitational Aspect is still the go-to, but Gravitational Aspect now does something completely different, right? So hopefully I can start to recreate all this. Let me save this in. Overwrite. So this is... Okay. See that nothing's available here. Ball Lightning. And I think that usually it might work here. Selected loadout has been equipped. Alright, sure. Interesting. That's a bug. But... I'm gonna take a look at what my... Again, just sort out the build planner. Okay. Okay. Not bad. So... Just a bunch of, like, legendary items. Ancestral legendaries. It's my amulet. Intelligence, glass cannon, permafrost is what I'd be looking for. And then my rings, one of them is int max life. Int max life attack speed, ideally. Okay. Okun's. I wanted to mess around with Okun's Catalyst. I'd ideally like an ancestral one, but that's something I'll have to sort out later. And then I remember I did some testing with Azarath. Let me actually throw that on and try to get that going for me. For the video that I want to put together for Ball Lightning, I might just use a 750 item power ball Azarath, but I do have like a GA Azarath here that's, well, pretty good. Probably way stronger than what I have right now. Boots. Really. Strike of Stormhorn and all that. Axial Conduit. Helm. Int. Max life resistance to all elements. I do have obols. I have a lot of bags of obols. Maybe I could start trying to gamble for the things that I need. And come to think of it, don't I still have some rewards available on this character? No, I'm actually still quite a bit short. Haven't played her enough. That's okay. Oh, you got your sorcerer now. Awesome, man. I did not see that. Yeah. I'm done my Torment 1 to 4 run on my Dance of Knives rogue. So now I'm just trying to grind gameplay, or like I'm trying to grind out my, like, I still have a little bit of time until I drop the stream. I kind of wanted to do something else other than just, level 1 to Torment 4. Like, I'm not bored of it. It's nice to kind of do other things every now and then, right? So that's why I figured it'd be fun to try to do this instead. Yeah. Okay, core skills and attack speeds. Okay, so I have one for +2 core skills. I'm glad I held on to that at least. This one has crit strike chance, but I don't need that for ball lightning. Um, this is a nice set of boots. Int max life, movement speed. Unfortunately, like, it's a good like, the aspect itself is great. But the roll on the GA is not. At least not like I need like ball lightning ideally on my boots, but it's to figure out a little later. Again, I have a wand here. Gloves of the Illuminator, Tassets. I think I run Raiment, right? Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll do Raiment. I'll do Raiment, and
See some steel,
I
you
can
need.
masterwork this one, I guess. Elemental Attunement. Yeah, ideally I want like a stronger Raiment than this, but they'll have to do for now. And then the rest of my equipment, well... Ideally I want like GA pants later and all that, but GA int pants, I meant to say, but that might take a little bit longer. Maybe I'll try to gamble here for a better helm. Let me just double check one more time that I don't actually have any good helms. A lot of like strength. I like how my whirlwind barb has so many good options, but the other one's not so much. Here's a good set of pants. I'll actually use this one instead. No, this is actually a pretty good set of pants. I might use this one instead, actually. Okay. It's Torment 4, so I can now gamble.
Well, hello, shiny. Not a bad pull, that.
There's no way. Every item that I just pulled open from the Obols vendor, none of them turned out to be an ancestral.
Greetings. Better than starting from nothing.
Huh. At least this gives me an excuse to burn one of my bags of Obols if it comes down to it.
Hello, shiny. Well,
Nope, still
that's
nothing.
something special.
Okay. That should give me another batch to...
Well,
Oh, there,
there's
finally.
something special.
Hey, this is a good one. This is actually a good one. Intelligence, max life, and healing received. I'm going to roll off the healing received to get armor, I think is how this works. Yeah. Mana per second, it's not the worst. Ideally I want armor, but I'll play along for a little bit. Eventually it should roll armor. Wow. Low on gold already. Resistance to all elements. Okay, fine. I'll stick with that for now. Sooner or later I want to roll it for armor, but I think I'll stick with this for the time being. Salvage the rest of these, so gear's looking pretty good. And then I need to replace my, or I need to get like an amulet and Tau loop and all that. Do I only have one Tau loop? I think I might only have one available Tau loop. I can always get more Tau loops, but for the time being, I can just use my old Tau loop. That's not a problem. So then my other ring and my amulet, I have only one available amulet, but it's going to be a temp, but it'll be okay for now, I guess. And ideally, I'd like to roll off the damage roll on it for like a passive skill, like Blast Cannon or something, but Inner Flames? What's Inner Flames? I think that's damage while healthy, right? It is actually increased damage while healthy. 6% per rank. No, that's good. That's actually really good. It's not as good as it could be, but still, very good. All right. And then I wanted to temper resource cost reduction on this, apparently. Sure. That's fine too. And then for shock finesse, I want crit strike chance. Okay, there. That's fine. And resource generation. Okay, whatever. This'll do for now. And I can try to masterwork this, and ideally I want int or inner flames works too. I guess that's not a problem.
Magic
And I have my first item so far.
More evil. How
Like
may
my
I help
first solid item here for the build. Okay, nice. Are you gonna be using the ball lightning focus? I have a pretty good one if you'd like it. Maybe a little later. I appreciate it. I'll keep that in mind because I actually might be able to use it. But I think for now, I'm gonna just use the 750. I'd like to see if the build can even function on a 750 item power. If it because I want to when I do the video build guide for the ball lightning sorcerer, I'd rather it be a 750 just so I can kind of show people that hey, yeah, like this is a build. It's the 750 item power, and I was still able to clear pit 55, something like that. I don't know if that makes sense at all for you, but it's kind of the idea. Oh, oh, this was my old ring. Oh, I was supposed to use this with my ball lightning sorcerer. Yeah, I think I remember now. It's starting to come back to me. It's a good ring. This is not so good. All good. Just thought I'd ask. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, it's a good offer for sure. I would like to eventually get like an 800 or something, but yeah, for now just hold on to it. But thanks though. You talk about Okun's catalyst, right? Just need to double check their static discharge. Would be good. Ah, nice. Okay, so now it's really just rolling for crit strike chance. No crit strike chance, but that's still acceptable. I can
Use it well.
live without it. Roll off max life for attack speed, ideally. Try resistance to all elements. I feel like I'll have plenty of that. Attack speed. Armor. Whatever. Resistance to all elements on these pants. Let me get total armor on this, hopefully. And again, same thing here. Static discharge, good. And try to roll for armor. 1 in 3 chance, please. 1 in 3 chance, and it gives me dodge chance, dodge chance, dodge chance, max life. I can always go to the Infernal Hordes and go fetch a Scroll of Restoration and try again. But yeah, I mean, it should just work the first time. It's not even like 1 in 4 chance. 1 in 3 chance, it still fails, but anyway, alright. Next one is this. I think, yeah, same as before. Total armor. Dodge chance again. Static discharge? Nope. Won't even give me that. Okay. Let's see how many tries. Dodge chance, max life. Dodge chance, dodge chance, dodge chance, dodge chance. That's all I see, man. Dodge chance. Like, how many items do I have to brick just to get 1 total armor? One total armor roll. That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for I'm not even asking for like a passive. It was easier to find inner flames, like a good passive on my amulet, than it was to find a total armor roll on my helm or my pants. Now I can dodge though. So, what do I run on this? Juggernauts? Okay. Well, of course it would be Juggernauts on this. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get Scrolls of Restoration later. I'm gonna need to run some like Infernal Hordes, so I don't have to look at it again. 25% snow veiled. Yeah, I don't care.
Impeccable.
And then this one I run Beers. This one, Mage Lord's Aspect. I could run like Disobedience, but we'll cross that line when I get there. I might even have to sub out my armor because again, like my rolls are just not great. Okay, gloves. What are my gloves? Elementalists, I think. Yeah, good. Okay, my build is almost ready. There's one last thing I need to do. That's to put on this aspect. If I can just find it. No, what do I usually run? Max life attack speed. I kind of want to try running this and then see if I can switch it off for like attack speed or something. Life per 5. Max life. This'll do for now. It's either got to be max life or attack speed, one of the two. And then, okay. So now what are my resistances at? I'm gonna add a socket. This is like my second last scattered prism. So I need to start running some world bosses. This is what all this means. My gear is, my gear is looking kind of interesting here. Nurrune. What are my resistances? Okay, I just need to... Oh, I'm also running Subo. I'm not even running over here, so I have a way to like pump up my resistances higher if I wanted. You're calm. This thing. Shock crit chance. And what's the resource cost reduction? Resource cost reduction, good. So then here, shock finesse. Shock crit strike chance. Okay, this actually rolled pretty well, I suppose. And then I was running accelerating on this. Accelerating? Nice. Rolls are exactly what I have on my build planner too. Okay. I have my stuff set. Oh, I got a masterwork now too. This one I can try to masterwork. Hey, it rolled in. That's amazing. A lot better than I'm used to. Max life. Okay. Same thing here. Now everything's rolling in. Okay, I can't complain there. Luck is such a weird thing in this game, or RNG, I mean. Rolled int, okay. This character got everything on int. This point, for these boots, I would want evade cooldown reduction. Right, I need to have the right, enchantments here, so I run Ball Lightning. And then teleport enchantment. Problem with teleport enchantment is I have juggernauts, so replenishing it is kind of a pain. But that was exactly the problem in the first place. I was supposed to... Oh, it's fine. Okay. This is good. Tempering, put this on. I'm gonna try to get one more. Need to temper one last thing. So it is static discharge. Okay, that's fine. That should be acceptable. Mobility cooldown reduction. Ideally, it should be evade, but I'll leave it be for now. I just need to focus on masterworking this. And I got int on this too. It's pretty amazing. Okay. Yeah, my gear roster is pretty good. I could up my Azarath. I should probably up Okun's Catalyst. I'm not going to be switching out from Okun's Catalyst anyway, so this one I think I can safely upgrade. This one's kind of a no-brainer. As for Ball Lightning Projectiles, the cast twice, good. Okay, so yeah, this is how my build looks. What are my resistances? My resistances are pretty good, despite the fact that
Finest jewels in Sanctuary.
yeah, no, my resistances are actually not too bad here.
Here you are.
Diamond, I guess. Royal Diamond. And then I can get a Royal Skull, too. Got some more skulls if I want. Some more skulls should round out my resistances for the time being. And then even one elixir should do it. Or I can switch to Rahir, and then I think I cap out that way. So, okay, at least I have that going for me. I see. It's because I have resistance to all elements on some of my equipment. That's part of the problem, too. But then again, if I get enough resistance or enough armor, I can actually sub off Juggernauts. That's the goal. If I can sub off Juggernauts, then my teleport could be a lot better. But for now, I just want to focus on seeing if I have enough damage to handle this or that. So I'm gonna... Oh, and this thing's still... I'll leave this one for now. But everything else... Oh, right. There is one last thing I need to do. It's for Herodric's Spellcraft. I am supposed to have this power, Thunderous Particle. And I think I have this DR Disabling Invigorating Helix was the last one. Good. And then I put Astral Pillar on my teleport, apparently. Oh, because I warp in and then my ball lightning or my teleport. Wherever I teleport, I'm probably teleporting into a pack, I think is how it goes. Okay. This is my first run with this character. I'm going to try to see how well it works. Again, I don't know how good this actually is. I'm not even running any elixirs or incense, so 5k life, I think it should be enough to survive Torment 3. And I have almost 1,000 armor. My resistances are close to the cap. Yeah, I could throw on elixirs and incense and be even tankier, but oh well, whatever. Ooh, interesting. Okay, getting plenty. Ah, okay, alright. I still have a lot of work to do with buffing up my glyphs and whatnot, but this is not terrible. Although I don't like how slowly the ball lightnings orbit around me. And I also don't like how long it takes for my evade cooldown is not that high. My amulet too. I had resource generation, but I think I need evade cooldown reduction on that when I get my what's it called? Best in or like when I finalize my gear. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is actually yeah. This isn't bad at all. Can it take Torment 4? Probably not, but I was definitely not expecting it to perform this well. I don't like, however, that my Tal loop eventually wears off. Alright, this is going to be my one run of the Ball Lightning Sword for the day, by the way. I'll continue working on it when I do my, like, if I have downtime on, like, my next streams. But, yeah, I just want, like, a good starting point for, like, my Ball Lightning Sorcerer. Because this is going to be... I'm going to be doing more build guides after. After I finish Necro and Spiritborn. Then I'm gonna probably try to do more build guides on some of the other characters I've already reached Torment 4 with, just with different builds. So, yeah. Are there any final things anyone wants to say? If not, then yeah, I'm gonna finish this run, and then that'll probably be the end of that. So far, yeah, quite impressed by fact that this build can actually hold its own. Was not expecting that, but yeah, not complaining. I want to have like infinite teleport and whatnot too, so I need to work towards that, definitely. Hmm. There, with my ultimate active, I actually get like so much more attack speed too. And I can generate more crackling energies, making it easier for me to maintain these casts. One of these days I'd like to make a build work with the Crown of Lucian. That's another one that I had an interest in too, but anyway, that's for another time. Okay. There. Okay.
Hello. I'm impressed. Thank you. Farewell.
Maybe I got a little hasty with my casts. I should have done it in different order because now the Talon is going to reset itself. Oh, no, never mind. I can just Frost Nova again. Yeah, nah, he's dead before it wears off. Okay, maybe a little bit longer, but I got it. Okay, that's that. That's the end of my stream for today. So, yeah, Lawless, if you're still here, good luck on your pit pushing with your Druid and Necro. I do see that you're on your Druid. Guessing probably playing your, like puddle making, like poison puddle Druid, with Pulverize and all. Yeah. Just looking. It seems that other people are running Sorcerer, of course. Probably Sorcerer too, or not Sorcerer. I mean like Hydra specifically. Yeah, everyone's trying to put together Hydra while I'm doing Ball Lightning, but anyway, whatever. Well, that's pretty much that. Hoodie, really appreciate the support again. Thanks to everybody who tuned in, and yeah, hope that y'all had fun on today's stream. But it's time for me to go. So yeah, this is the starting. Oh, right, I'd forgotten that there's a number of glyphs I need to try to start maxing out. I have a completely separate set of glyphs that I need to level up now that I'm playing Ball Lightning. So this is gonna be kind of fun, trying to piece this all together. So yeah, to be continued for next time. A lot of level ups I need to do for Ball Lightning, and then hopefully I can get this build up to being able to clear Torment 4. I know it can. It just needs time. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Thanks everyone for watching. Adventure out.